The pregame show, at least. I did not intend to go that route with that intro, but here we are. But yeah, I need to get a few videos for the show. It is 6:03, so about 57 minutes. Okay. But just let you guys know, for those who are listening on the podcast feeds, do that. I have been a little lax on getting the pre-show podcast up, or the pre-show episodes up on the podcast feed. It's just mainly the main podcast, so apologize. Thank you for the host on Summoner. So I need to get to upload. I'm gonna try to get it uploaded tonight, or maybe the next week, so you can listen to all our shenanigans that happen in the pregame show, aka the after show that used to be after show. So I'm going to go ahead and get stuff ready for the main podcast, because I had to do some adulting today, which means getting money for rent, getting food. Actually, it was go to the bank, getting money for rent. Got a bag for getting the groceries, or just a few things. Got to the grocery store, got what I needed, and before I was about to pay, I did not have my wallet with me. So I had to drop everything, go back to the house, get my wallet, come back, and do it all over again. It was a pain in the ass.
So what you're telling me is you're barely adulting?
Yeah, I'm trying. It's something.
Trust me, I'm barely adulting too.
Yeah. But I do like to talk about a few things. First off, I do two things at once. Freaking WrestleMania. It was so good. I was actually surprised how good it was. The thing that I'm I gotta do that. The thing that I appreciate about this year's WrestleMania is that all the matches that I would say a good portion of the audience didn't care about were short and to the point. And I was like, all right, awesome. Gave more time to the other matches that happened. There were definitely some surprises I did not expect coming. There was a lot of good stuff. The main highlight, the highest point for me watching it was the Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston match. That was the highlight of WrestleMania, in my opinion. Given, take this with a kind of grain of salt, because I was watching this at a WrestleMania party with some friends, so we were all into it. So, and it is contagious in that aspect. But man, it was a good WrestleMania. It was damn good. So
you need to remod me on Twitch, by the way, so I don't have to watch commercials every time.
Oh,
I'm not modded.
Oh, I mean, even if I did mod you, you still gotta watch commercials. The only way around it is if you sub to the channel.
I don't have to watch commercials on channels I'm modded, or I'm modded to on other ones.
In Summoner, let us know. Did you see commercials when you came in? Because I'm pretty sure unless you are a sub, you have to watch commercials. I'll wait for a response here. Give it that old Twitch delay. Although it's a lot shorter now, because they have this new feature in the Twitch dashboard.
They are shorter now.
Yes. But until we get a response here from Summoner about that. Actually,
yeah, so my
yes, and someone asked you a question. When you entered, my audio's low. What? I believe you need to turn up the volume on your thing, because I should be pretty good, unless, hang on, I can put myself a bit higher.
When you say your audio, are you talking about Anthony's individually or mine as well, or the whole podcast?
Yeah, because I just put myself a bit up higher, and I'm at yellow.
Anthony's.
Really? That's so weird.
Well, I'm louder than you by a lot.
That's interesting. Okay, because that should be fine. The mic is on. It is working. I see the audio thing right here in front of me. Actually, I can do this. Hang on. I could show you what I'm seeing. Let's see.
Well, while you're doing that, I wanted to say that my WrestleMania experience was, I was like, hey, I can make a lot of money with DoorDash. You know, a lot of people will be ordering stuff, and it was easily the slowest night we've ever had.
Really? Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. Let's not do window capture. Let's just do display.
But Josh, it took me a solid second to understand what the hell you just typed in chat. I was like, your eyes don't hear what my ears do, though. I'm like, what?
I am confused. What are you talking about?
He's saying that what you're seeing doesn't matter because what he's hearing is what you got to concentrate on. So even though your audio on your end that you see is low, or is not low, but at a reasonable volume, you still should probably up yours regardless, just to match mine.
So on screen is what I see. I am talking in my normal voice. The green bar indicates where I'm at. The yellow bar is kind of you don't want to be too much in, but that's fine. The red bar is over peaking. So I can turn up a little bit more here. I don't want to bridge that gap, like you see there peaking. And
why don't you want to bridge that gap? Just out of curiosity.
Peaking's bad. Peaking is like if you go to the red. It's basically like going to a Taco Bell or drive-through, and you hear, is it 432
no.
window? That's what happens when you do that, and it doesn't sound good on the recording. So that is what is on screen right now for those watching, fixing the audio issues.
Okay, then decrease my volume. Because we need to be matched. So if you're worried about that, decrease my volume so that you and I are matched. That way, when for the podcast listeners, everything sounds normal.
Okay.
Because right now, and then they can just increase their audio on their end if we're both matched.
Now you can't hear Greg for shit. I think it's on you, man. Like,
how is it on him?
My audio is max. Are you serious? Hang on, Greg, do me a favor. Pop up the stream and there'll be a delay, but you get to hear the audio. But yeah.
Hold on.
I'm serious? All right. I'm gonna keep talking just to make sure that so Greg here can do some testing, cause, all right, interesting. As far as I know,
it doesn't make sense that it would be on his end if he's hearing two different audio qualities. Like that's the thing that's killing me right now. Is like if he's like, oh, you're low, but he's high, how would that be on his end?
Yeah, I mean, because there are multiple reasons why it could be on his end. Because
explain how two different people coming through one speaker on his end would sound like. How would that be on his end?
His audio setup might be fucked up.
That doesn't make any sense, Anthony.
I'm saying that if I'm low, if I'm right now I'm speaking at a normal voice, kind of. I mean I'm coming in low, even with his audio settings maxed out, as I'm seeing here on screen. On Twitch stream right here, you see that my audio levels are green. They're at yellow, almost red if I wanted to. That should indicate as far as how loud I'm coming in. But it could be maybe your audio setup, man, or it could be something else that might be affecting your audio. But yeah, Greg, let me know how it sounds. We'll have a.
I'm testing me. I'm test 1 2
test
1
2 test 1 2 testing 1 2 4 4 6 7 8. Greg is testing the audio right now.
I wasn't connected to my Wi-Fi, so I was like, I couldn't.
Okay. I really think it's Audio's fine watching anything else I'm recording. Yeah, why audio's fine watching anything else? Recording podcasts as we do. Because you don't stream it live. That's why in Salvador. I should take it off, but that's
okay. So I can hear both of us fine. But you are lower than me.
Oh, okay. I'll turn myself up a bit. There we go. Okay.
I do sound like I'm in a fucking echo chamber, which I hate, but there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, you can do it. Are your shows live? I thought you guys were just a podcast only type of show. Like I thought.
No, every Friday is every Friday they do a live show.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah. I'll put myself up now.
I mean, from my end, I have one headphone in. We sound pretty even. I don't know if Josh is hearing something else. I don't know.
Yeah. I can. Weird.
Look,
I don't know.
I
don't know. I can get somebody else in here to kind of test that theory too, just to be on the safe side, to get a second opinion. Let's see. I'm gonna get Alex in here. Hey, are you at work? Actually, I should ask him, is he at work? Before I start dragging people in here. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Alright, let me get him. Are you at work? Or at home? This is thrilling stuff right now. Need a check on audio from in our stream. Let's see. Interesting. Nothing wrong on my end. So the overall audio is to me it's just low in general. Interesting.
As far as I know, it's always kind of been that way. For some reason, every time we do the stream quality or the stream audio is low, but when you upload the podcast, it's louder. I don't know what you're doing in general to change that, but
I'm always just editing the audio afterwards and just making sure I just up it.
Well, here's my thing: is I don't think it's going to peak. Like you kept saying that once it goes into the red, it's going to peak, but I don't think it's going to peak. I don't think it's going to sound like a fucking drive-through microphone. I really, really don't. Like, if you were to test for me right now to increase all the audio to where it's quote-unquote peaking, like you said, and to see how different it sounds to Josh, I would like to do that.
All right. Prepare your ears, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I am at...
Josh, we're gonna need your assistance on this, just so you know. So if you're listening...
I just put it up to max. I am in the yellow, and I'm also crossing into the red a bit. So I am talking now.
There you go. There's a burp for you. Let's see how that sounds.
Yep. Let us know how that sounds. Am I okay? You sound much better? Interesting. Okay.
See, I told you it wasn't going to peak. Like, you were so worried it was going to peak, and I kept saying, like, they put limiters on these types of things to make sure it doesn't peak.
Well, no, like here's the thing.
Did you just increase your audio, or did you increase mine as well?
I just increased my audio. I did decrease yours a little bit. Yeah.
Increase mine. Increase mine to match you at this level.
All right. But okay.
Hey, if you need to bring it back down, you'll bring it back down. Not a big deal. It's not like it's going to break anything.
Yeah. So, okay, interesting. He's saying it's hella low. I put Greg back to max. That's interesting.
Okay, so now how do we sound in comparison? Anthony, let's do the alphabet one letter at a time. You start with A.
A.
B.
C.
D.
E.
F.
G.
G.
H.
You fucked that up, but whatever, it works.
Yeah, even
it's
to me.
Even.
So
Anthony,
Okay, I guess it works. So here's what I'm worried about when I get this in the audio, or I can always turn it down if I have to. As somebody who edits video and does stream, whenever I see it move into the red, it always, usually it means that it's over peaking. You're gonna get like distorted audio, and that's just how it is, especially when you edit videos. In terms
I agree with you on most cases. But you're using OBS, correct?
Yes, I am.
I believe it has a limiter.
It does, but I have to enable it. There's no limiter on right now as we speak.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I think you'll be able to fix it. This isn't like studio quality shit we're doing anyway.
I know, but I still, as a person who pride himself in streaming and all that jazz, like I still would like the best quality.
Well, here's the thing, and a bunch of streamers have said this, so I'm gonna use this as a thing. Always make sure that the audio quality or the video quality is better than the audio quality. They've always said that. You want to make, you want to get both correct, but or was it the other way around? Not to remember my own thing.
I mean, you can fix anything in post in Subinair. Absolutely, you can. It's just the live portion. It's basically like photography or video production or video editing for that matter. If I could get everything done in one shot without adjusting much, it'd be less work for me in post. So I like it. I like to keep it that way. If I can get it nailed in like in the first go, then it's like, all right, less work for me to worry about in post. Otherwise, I have to go in and fix a bunch of shit. But I'm getting a second opinion here, so I'm gonna get somebody else from a friend of mine to join the chat to let us know how the audio sounds. Yeah, because like in general, like my mind when I'm editing videos, like I always aim to make it at least up to -7 decibels, or around that area, and like don't go like past like 5 or 6, because then now you're peaking, you're getting bad audio quality.
Well, I think you're still using your knowledge on studio quality stuff. You're still using your knowledge on that. We're talking about OBS here. We're recording through OBS. You use the audio from OBS to edit the podcast, correct?
What I do is I use the OBS to stream it, and then I'll edit the highlights through Twitch's online highlighter. Actually, I think I know. Hang on. Come on, audio. I think I know what's going on. Let me see. I think what it is. No, it's not it. Sound. Adjust system volume. Let's see. I think. No, we're at max. That's the weirdest thing. That is if this sounds fine, that is the weirdest thing, because like everything's at max. My audio.
And I'm gonna sound mean as hell right now, but this is a problem that you and I have had for a very long time with the stream versus recording. And I've tried to tell you time and time again that what you're doing is you're taking the knowledge that you have from something else and applying it to something else. You can't do that. Like when I'm recording on Audacity, I have to watch the peak levels, because it's going to make it sound bad if I peak on that. But OBS has limiters in place to prevent peaking. And if you're using the audio from OBS to upload the podcast, you're not going to have to deal with peaking in post-production at all. Like, I know that you've been working on editing, I know that you've done audio, and I know that you've done all that stuff, and I'm not saying that you don't know this stuff. What I'm trying to explain to you is that right now, I've shown you that upping the audio on both ends is what has worked, is working right now.
Wait a minute. I think, if I'm mistaken, yeah, they're not on. Okay, let me check mine. Oh, motherfucker. That makes sense. That makes fucking sense. Okay. Yeah, no wonder. Okay. Now I know why. I do have it on. I forgot. Okay. I do have noise suppression, noise gate, and a compressor on in my things. Okay.
Later, Alex.
So, okay. I'm not losing my mind. I just forgot I had them on. Okay. So, yeah, things. Okay. So, whatever I see on my dashboard is fine, because that's, I guess, not. But that's weird. If that is not representative of what the audio is, then what the fuck is that for then? Like, what if OBS is telling me that I am hitting -5 into the red peaking area? Does that mean that I should ignore this? Ignore this audio?
Because yes, you should be. Because it's thinking that's what, like, those bars that you're seeing are if you didn't have those limiters on. That's what you're seeing. So it's a misrepresentation of what the audio actually sounds like. Like, you don't have a mix board over there.
I do, actually. I have.
Well,
I'm staring right at it. It is.
No. I mean, like, you don't have a physical mix board in front of you.
I do. I'm.
Are you using it? Like, attached to the PC?
I will. Yes. Look. This is what I'm using. It is. It's kind of dark, but this is what I'm using. This is my audio with this this one right here. It's at mid, or it's at like the center. I have one XLR going right into this microphone, which is connected to the PC through my audio jack, and that's how my audio is coming
and
out.
Yeah, I was like, that's just for your audio though.
Yeah, your audio.
Yeah, because if you were to increase your audio on that thing, you'd sound insanely fucking loud and over me anyway. Over any of the audio that you'd have coming onto the PC.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I just janked it up, like, it will make people ears bleed, including mine. Oh shit! Fuck. Okay. Oh hey, it's actually lower now. Hang on. There we go.
That's because you were moving your mic around.
Well, no, the monitor has a thing here where I can just kind of adjust it up or down. It's on a slider.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about the audio. I was like, that's because your mic's.
Okay. All right, so wait, I'm a friend of mine's. Okay, so I think what it is, I think because on the mix board, on the soundboard, I have it at middle. I don't know. I'm kind of perplexed. It's like, okay, things seem fine now, but I still feel like what OBS should be. OBS should be able to tell me that, like, if I'm peaking, that it shouldn't be happening, or like I cannot sit here and say, like, well, OBS is not really representative of what the audio truly sounds like, because if it doesn't, then why the fuck is this made for? So, like, I need to just go and...
It's seriously, OBS is made for people. That's why it's free, by the way. It's made for people who want to stream but don't know how to, like, they've never worked with audio, they've never worked with video, so they don't know how to do this stuff. And OBS is basically like, here's all the tools that you need to make it right. And so that's what you're seeing. That's what all that stuff is there for. If you chose to, you could actually set everything up through your soundboard, even my audio, the computer audio, all that kind of stuff, and adjust it that way. I know there's a way to do that because I've seen streamers do that, but I don't know if that's something you want to work on. I don't know if that's something you want to try to get done.
That'd be a bitch to do.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a bitch. I'm just saying you could do that.
Yeah.
But because you're using OBS with limiters on, that's why just maxing out all the audio is arguably better.
Yeah, and that's probably the reason why that's happening. It's like, as I go to filters on my microphone. I have compressor, noise gate, noise suppression on. If I turn those off, and then I talk now, like, and Salvador, let me know, how do I sound now? I have all of the things off right now. Is my audio okay, or is it worse? or not worse, but like is it bad?
I do want to say real quick, just for your sake,
No changes at all. What the fuck? I have no idea. Okay, I had to. Oh fuck. Oh Oh, what the fuck? That was weird. I just saw my thing just flash red. My audio.
I can't speak for Josh, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody comes into your stream and says the audio sounds weird or bad, unless they're having like straight up like left and right speaker issues, saying straight up like I think that's a your end, not me, is hella fucking mean. Like hell, not mean but rude.
I mean, it's
like,
but like the thing is though with the way that the Twitch stream works in terms of like if somebody says like, hey, I'm getting laggy when a good 10-20 people like in front of us and say like that's fine for me, and on my end it says it's fine.
But that's right, and I get that, and I'm not. That's not what I'm saying though. I was getting frustrated for Josh because he was trying to help with audio, and you were just like, nope, it's your end, not me. And I'm just like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
That is a common thing that some streamers have used in case like in case that the stream quality may not be up to par and maybe on the other person's end, because the other person might have some internet or something on their end affecting the stream via internet, via computer setup and what have you.
Well, you can't just completely. You cannot as a streamer just go, well, it can't possibly be my end. Like, you can't do that because you're the one streaming. You have all the knobs and dials on your end.
I know on top. I know it's an audio issue, but like in particular, like there are definitely I've seen over time where the streamers I've seen, and these are streamers that have been being in it for a while, aka Team Spooky, and know their shit. Like I've said like multiple times, like in the case of like check your computer, check your status. It might be on your end. It may not be me. And
okay, but on that end, Anthony, I've been watching streams for a very long time myself. I've seen it 100 fucking times, and I can tell you right now that if it's entirely audio, that's almost never on the viewer side. If I go into a stream and all of a sudden I can't hear them or the game's louder than them,
I would.
That's not on my end.
But I would also say like what else weird? I'd also say that it could be on them because they could be watching the stream but forgot that they turned down because they forgot to turn up their audio on their mixer.
Anthony, no, stop. Let's roll this back. If I come into a stream and the streamer is quieter than the game, how is that on the viewer's end?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like an overall.
No,
audio.
I said that multiple times. This is the problem. You're not listening, and then you get upset, and you start to talk very condescendingly. You have to listen to what we're saying.
Okay.
All right. Like I'm not trying to get upset here, but when I say if there's a weirdness in the audio, that's not on the viewer end. Period.
Okay. I gotcha. But audio seems fine now.
It's great now. It's fine now, but
yeah, I definitely need to talk to some people. It's like, hey, this is what I saw. How is this possible? Like, because it's just
definitely like talk to somebody else if you want to. But I'm just saying like it doesn't feasibly make any sense that if there's two sources of audio or three sources of audio and one is louder than the other or one's quieter than the other, that's on the viewer end. That makes no sense. I could because I'm just watching a direct feed. Like,
that is true. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the reading the bars on here just you never don't want to cross the red. Like you never do. And
but okay, and I would normally agree with you.
Yeah.
had it not been for you using OBS with limiters. Normally, I'd say yes, you don't want to peak. Peaking is bad. But in that same vein, if you're like I said, we're using Audacity and I peak, like I get loud or something, it's super easy to adjust in post-production.
Oh, oops. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. Oops. There you go. Sorry. Actually, I accidentally disconnected my headphones. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just this is what I fear. But I mean, if everything is fine, I guess it's whatever. But like, I'll talk loudly, and you'll see here in a second. Like, hang on. Oh, come on, trying to get loud. Hang on.
The problem that I also have with limiters, and I'll just throw this out there, like limiters are fine, but the problem that I also have with limiters is that it doesn't adjust to the extent of like, oh, if the audio is too low, let's buff it so that way like it hits a medium peak. It just is low. But if it goes too high, it dampens it down. It's like there's no middle ground for that shit.
Okay.
But again, those limiters are put there to help people who don't know how to do a proper stream setup. And that, again, not a slight on you, because I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying that's why those exist. They're helpers.
Right. They're artificial. I mean, they're there to artificially limit whatever settings you want, because there's physical versions of those. Maximilian Dude like has a compressor that he has connected to his setup, an actual physical one with his mixer and microphone and everything. So.
Oh yeah, Milton has a Milton, Classy Packs, Djibouti. They all have like big ass mixers that they have everything connected into.
Yeah.
Then again, they also have 2 or 3 PCs that they're using at one time.
That's true. Very true. They got like the 2 PC setup, so that's their big thing too. So, well,
just keep in mind, man. Like I said, when Josh came in and started talking about audio, I was getting a little frustrated for him because it sounded like you were being hella condescending. I was like, I know he's not being condescending, but Jesus Christ. I'd be all like flustered and whatnot if it were me. I'd be like, nope, I'm leaving. Like, goodbye. Like I said, no, you weren't trying to be, but I was like,
yeah. Okay.
So. All right, if audio's fine, we can move on. We've been on this for over half of the goddamn
pre-game show.
Pre-show. So. Hope everyone enjoys that in the fucking on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure some will. Actually, no, I don't know. They might.
You never know what people are gonna like on the
That's very true. It's very true. It's very, very true. Okay, I was doing something. I was getting this video. What was I doing? Oh, right. Do I still have it? Let's see. Hang on. Let's see. Let me start podcast. Video for stream. Nintendo. Oh, wait. I did get it.
Wow.
What's up?
Monster Hunter World is coming to Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah. And Prey and a bunch of other great games.
I mean, I kind of understand the others, but Monster Hunter World, I'm really surprised by it. That game is still $60.
Yep. And it's recent, too. So.
Very, very recent.
Yeah.
I think yes, less than a year old.
Yeah. I am hoping that some of those games come to PC because I know they have a PC version. Because I have the Xbox Game Pass for PC. I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that some of those games come over at some point.
It's funny that I think they should just they should call it like just the Game Pass instead of Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because you can use it on PC.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Hey, question for you: Are one of the 4 topics that you have up about the whole debacle with easy games and using mods and all that jazz?
No. What is that about?
Well, that'll be my why you're wrong. So
Oh, okay.
leave it at that.
All right.
That's what I was asking, because I was like, if you don't know, wow, I'm surprised you don't know anything about that.
No.
Short version. Basically, Kotaku. Yes, Kotaku put out an article about why it would be a good idea for Sekiro. I always pronounce that wrong. Sekiro?
Oh, that. The conversation about difficulty?
Yes.
Oh, that. Yes, of course. Yes.
So, okay. And then you saw the PC Gamer title headline that was I beat the final boss in Sekiro with mods on, and I feel fine or whatever.
I think I vaguely remember seeing something like that around the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. So that has actually, that article itself had spawned a meme from some very fucking major douchebag, trying to basically say like, what's the fucking meme? Hold on, let me find it because it's really funny. Basically, the article talks about how he was having a lot of trouble with the final boss, could not beat the final boss after many tries. And so he was just like, fuck it, I want to beat the game so I can give it a review. And I just have to beat this final boss. So he downloaded some mods, gave himself like infinite health and something else.
Interesting.
And then beat the boss and saw the ending of the game. And that's literally all it is. And so the some fucking pretentious douchebag comments on Twitter, you cheated not only the game but yourself.
That
you didn't grow.
Yeah,
okay.
I was wondering where that came from because I've seen it popping up all over Twitter, and I saw friends of mine use it, and they'll have some like picture from a fighting game or from other meme or whatnot. So it's like, I'm pretty sure
the way the meme is used best is if somebody like shows like the warp pipes in Mario or like a secret spot. Like my favorite one was in Mario 64 when you're racing the penguin and there's that hidden wall that you can go into to cheat and beat the game faster, or using the contra code or things like that. Like, it's really fucking funny because and I'll get more into this in the why you're wrong, but cheats and mods and shit like that have been around for goddamn ever.
Yeah.
They don't sully or ruin game experience. They're just there. And it's all about how an individual has fun with their game. So it's so weird that this is a conversation that we're having, but I'll get more into the nitty and gritty and my opinion on it.
Okay.
In the why you're wrong. But yeah, I wanted to know if that was one of the topics we talk about.
Gotcha. Okay. I think one of the things were, I think that was my original intent actually, but I think I found enough news. Yeah, I found enough news to.
Well,
Yes, nudes. Yeah, nudes.
I got paid today, and while we're on the phone, I'm actually going to buy something that I've been wanting to buy. But there's a supplement. Basically, there's a bunch of stuff you can buy that ties into Borderlands 3.
Oh, nice.
Like mugs and shirts and hats and all that jazz. But there's one that's only $20, which I was really excited to see that it was that cheap. But it's called Tiny Tina's Tea Party, which she's not tiny anymore. But I digress. Because even the box art is her character model from 3.
Huh.
So,
okay.
Yeah. But it's a card game. A card-based game.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Borderlands 3. Oh, okay, I'll just put this.
Yeah, so it's a Tiny Tina's Robot Tea Party. Borderlands card game. You are cordially invited to a tea party with a most fantastic variety. What do Vault Hunters do over tea? Mess with Claptrap, of course. All your favorite Claptraps are here to ridicule. You've got pirates and sheriffs and wizards and gentlemen. Dive into some dumpsters, swipe some parts, and build your body. Race to be the first one to get your Clappy decked out with the right parts to win.
Cool.
So yeah, it contains 80 cards, rules, 2 to 5 players, 15 minutes to play. So, and it's got like a bunch of fucking 5 stars. So I'm like, yep, got paid, gonna buy.
That's awesome. I am very curious, actually.
I could just pay via fucking PayPal.
That's an option now?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
I mean, I'm surprised, but that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. It's cool.
How should I name this? Oh. We'll continue to...
No, I don't want auto login. Is that not my password?
For the store. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Let me get that set up on this end. Yeah, that should be good. All right.
Oh, I did think that. I did change it. Good.
Discussing. The first topic is bad. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Hashtag gaming news. Hashtag Nintendo. Alright. Cool. Awesome. Things are set up for the show. Alright. Let me go ahead. Oops. Hang on a second. Gotta put this on. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Let me go ahead and I will just hide your face for a second. I think. There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's see. What was it? It was currently live right now on our Twitch channel.
God, do I use fucking FedEx or USPS?
Ironically, funny you should ask. I would say, I would prefer FedEx, only because they're cheaper and they're cheaper, essentially. But they do just as good or just better than UPS. At least from my experience working at the current job I have right now, and we deal with FedEx, UPS, DHL, all the post office or the delivery people. And FedEx is a bit more cleaner. Currently live right now on our Twitch channel. Getting ready for our main podcast on twitch.tv. Mission start. Copy. Boom. There we go. Put that in our Discord. Where is it? At some point, Greg, I do want to do a non-live recording of a breakdown of what we think will happen for E3 and for each press conference or for each. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, at some point, because I figured like, oh, okay. At some point, like, we could do it in a podcast, but I feel like we need more than 10 minutes to really break it down. So, yeah, at some point, I need to look at the dates and just kind of see if I can do it like on If I can do it like weekly. Hang on, where's my thing?
Is there an estimated date app? Estimated date of delivery.
Oh, there you are. Nah, that's not it. There we go. Okay. You back. You're back.
I'm back. I'm
Alright.
trying to find a date of delivery. But I don't Scott's for it.
Is Why You're Wrong going to cover your thoughts on the difficulty thing with Sekiro? Just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna cover that whole fucking shabacle.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. I kind of feel like every time you do your thing, it's like whenever some political party, like the president or whoever, like has a speech, and then the opposite party has like their thing afterwards to rebuttal, not rebuttal, but like to almost respond to what the previous person said. So I feel like that's kind of how it is sometimes with us. So you do your thing, and then it's like, oh well, I agree or disagree.
Yeah, it was fine. Last week when you kind of fed into it, I was like, oh yeah, all right, cool.
I come here to challenge.
Oh, speaking of that, like, yeah, just for future reference, just like send me a quick like little like gonna be a long one. That way I can wait. Because like what was happening, Anthony, was I would read your tweet, start to respond, get about halfway, like get 180 characters in with a good thought, and you'd pop in with another tweet. And I'm like, I can't respond now because I got to see what he continued to say to make a full thought.
Yeah.
And then it happened 2 more times.
Yeah.
And that's when I finally messaged you. I was like, oh my god.
I'm quick on my fingers, man. What can I say?
That's fine. That doesn't bother me. I was like, I wish I knew in advance.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I was just like, I needed to get my thought across before I lose it. Because I don't want to be talking and then we have conversation and then forgot what my point was.
No, my thing, Anthony, and will continue to be my thing, is that journalism in what Jason Schreier's doing with investigative stuff is fine. It's great. We need that shit in the country. My argument, and it will continue to be my argument, is we can't just trust things implicitly. Period. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he was right here. It doesn't matter that he's a great journalist in general. It doesn't matter that he's a great writer. Like, the second that we just start believing everything that we read is the second that we kind of lose touch with reality.
And you're right. Like, I mean, like, you're definitely... I understand that. To me, though, when I saw and read the article, what... For me, and this is the reason why I believed it, and I still do. And obviously after, Casey Hudson pretty much admit to what happened, it comes down to a couple of things. The history of what's been happening with game devs in the past. How they...
I pointed that out last week too when you mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
I said that is definitely a point towards the believability aspect.
Mm-hmm. The fact that game companies are not going to come out and explain this is what really happened. So, like, this is the closest thing we'll ever get to knowing what really happened behind the scenes. And, because there are definitely some things that still yet to be untold. What happened?
Well, I think, I think at the end of the day, Anthony, the part that should be a thing is that when Jason Schreier's thing came out, we should have all been skeptical and said, okay, Jason, we all read your magnum opus here. Let's dial it back a little bit. Let's ask some questions. Let's ask the proper questions. Let's find the proper channels. And then people were kind of going, hey, BioWare, is this true? Can you put any legs to this? Because denial is next to, being guilty. So what can you do? What can you say to help us? And I did point this out that even the clip he put on Twitter, like their little fucking blurb that they put out the day that the article came out was bad. Yeah. Like that was almost admission to guilt.
Yeah.
But but what investigative journalism like what he did is supposed to do is get people asking questions on every angle. Like when the investigative journalist came out against Nixon, do you think people were implicitly just going, fuck you, Nixon? No. People were going, okay, well, like, let's look at both angles here. The problem with investigative journalism is that it can have the potential of being wrong. Pretty frequently.
That's true.
Because
that's
it's a lot of hearsay.
Yeah.
So
that's very true.
A potential hearsay. Let me rephrase that. Potential hearsay. Yeah. So my problem with that whole scenario was that Twitter and Facebook were just like, fuck you, BioWare! And I was like, whoa. And that's what the point I was trying to make.
That is true. I would say that, if you spit any news out onto the internet, like, it's going to go either one way or the other. And nothing in between. Although I would argue recently the Sekiro conversation has debated, and I've mostly seen like kind of been conversations about it, but like not everybody like angry at each other. Like it seems like you have people talking about their difficulty to put the game and what they think should be in their easy mode. You're getting devs from different game companies speaking out, but like, hey, I think that yada 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 about Sekiro, and would I implement that into the next game I make? Who knows? Maybe.
Well, we'll get more into that. I don't want to spoil my thoughts on that because that's kind of like, oh, we'll just listen to this.
Yeah, gotcha.
But no, on that aspect of like there being an issue with game devs, we've known this. We talked about this 100,000 times because we're both big advocates for a union for game devs.
Yep. Still are.
So it's right. So it's not out of the realm possibility that this was a thing inside their studio.
Mm-hmm.
BioWare's a massive studio. Mm-hmm. And they have had it's not out of the realm possibility that they've had a lot of issues. So there was a lot against BioWare, but so many were just like immediately like, this is 100% the truth. There's no arguing it. It's like Jason Schreier, what I would have preferred the article be is him going, here's what I found, here's the information I got, so we can move on. Like, here's just the info, you guys take, you guys do with it what you want. Here's what I gathered. But that's not what he did. And if you read the article, you can see that. Like, in the very beginning, making this whole grand gesture that the title being changed mid-development was somehow a detriment to the whole development of the game. It's like, that shit happens all the time. Like, I've seen and heard that happen 1,001 times in game development. Titles change because of
yeah. But again, I think that wasn't the main focus, obviously. I think that there was just a point to say, like, this is just like a small addition to the other grandiose things that are happening within the company.
Well, so when you read the article, have you read the article, honestly?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. The first 2 paragraphs are about that. And the way that he words it is very much in line with, he even says, like, it was a huge problem for a lot of people and created this entire sense of not enthusiastic to continue playing or to continue making the game because the title got changed from Beyond to Anthem. And I'm like, how does that make any sense? Plus, the other big aspect that we have to put in play here, Anthony, and I pointed this out too, is that he talked to 19 people who claimed to have worked in or around the development of Anthem. There's like 300 people in that studio. So just by numbers alone, it would be a minority that felt this way. not saying that minority shouldn't have a voice, not saying that minority isn't in the right to complain, just stating, like, I don't think it was as much of a detriment to the development of the game as he was implying it was, is my point.
Yeah.
See what I'm getting at?
I'm
sure there were a lot of people that were disappointed by it.
Yeah.
But I don't think the name being changed from Beyond to Anthem was really that big of a thing. But he set the tone with the first 2 paragraphs of his article.
I get
and that's the point I'm making, is that, like, that's how he writes his stuff. That's how he's writing it like a story. And that's why I appreciate the way he writes, because he does write to keep you engaged, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really skillful in that, but I don't like it for investigative journalism, because it's putting sort of a spin on it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I will say, though, about those 19 people, and, like, this is me just guessing here, but my guessing is the 19 people that came out and spoke to Jason, for one thing, they pretty much would like their name not out there because they work at the company or used to work at a company, and the game industry is actually smaller than people think it is. And if your name is out there and you're bad mouthing a game company, like, other game companies look at that and it's like, say, like, well, should we get this person to come on or whatnot? So it's kind of, I won't say taboo, but, like, kind of the afraid of, like, not wanting to put your name onto something that you honestly don't feel right with the company.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying, but I counterpoint to that, which I actually read someone talking about this, and it was that there are a lot of development studios that are always hiring and don't care about that blacklist. Granted, you might not ever work at EA again or any of their studios, but one dev actually came out and called all 19 of those cowards. All 19 of them cowards. Yeah. One day I was like, yeesh. That's a bit harsh, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
It's a mix of a lot of things. And not every game studio is like this. Obviously, a bunch of other studios are completely fine or actually very welcoming or whatnot. But this just happens to be one of them that turned out this way.
Well, it had, like, from Jason Schreier's article and everything that had been kind of said and the truth having come out, it sounded like a very much a Telltale situation. The guys running the company didn't really care. They just wanted to make a buck. They wanted to get the product out there as fast as possible and appease the people that were giving them money to do it. At the end of the day, that's not how you run an artistic company. And, like, I get it. Video games are a capitalist thing and you gotta make money. But on the other hand, you're also making art. And you're making a product that people want. And you can't just kind of fuck them over like that. So, at the end of the day, Anthony, on that whole topic, like, good on Jason Schreier for doing what he did. I just don't think that we should just completely go, nope, no questions for you, questions for everything else. And good on Casey Hudson for coming out and saying, like, we're going to make changes because the article was right. There's just a lot of angles to it, and for me, what I hate to see, I know we got to get started the podcast in a second, but what I hate to see is just full on believability. Like I said, my dad taught us something as young kids that I've stuck with my entire life, and this is why I question everything, Anthony. Look at everything from all angles, and that's believe none of what you read and only half of what you see.
So you're saying is that it's not actually 7 p.m. It's actually 2 p.m. right now.
No, Anthony, that's not
I know. I'm just kidding.
You turd.
Well, this turd wants to start the podcast, so here we go.
Hey, Anthony, do you like my new shirt?
Sure, man. It's cool. Could have been better. What was that?
I said it could have been better.
You want to fight about it?
Yeah, I do. Let's